Hey guys, it's Janixa and welcome to another nail lacquer therapy session. So my most recent upload was the Battle of the Black Nail Polishes video, and in that one we looked at 13 different black nail polishes to see which one had the best formula, the best coverage, which one we just liked better. I think the Holo Taco One Coat Black definitely won in that video. It is clearly a one coater, no doubt about that one. So I decided let's go ahead and do the same thing but with white polishes. So today we are having the Battle of the White Nail Polishes, and we are also going to be looking at 13 different white nail polishes to decide which one is the best, which one has the better formula, which one do you need less coats for, all of that. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the swatches. Okay, we're starting out here with Zoya's Snow White. This one, I will say the formula was a bit thin. It was kind of milky and streaky in the first coat, but of course, every polish here is going to go on streaky in the first coat. That's just the nature of white polish. On the second coat, it does still go on a bit streaky and patchy. I could still see dark spots on my nail. And I felt like if you push down on your nail too hard while you're painting with this color, it will create more streaks or dark spots. So this one, I can't really recommend it. Next up is Essie's Blanc, and again, it's streaky on the first coat, but the formula does feel a lot thicker than Zoya's Snow White did. I will say, I forgot to mention in the intro to this video, I am not doing more than 3 coats on any of these polishes. Nope, I won't do it. Some streaks are still present in that second coat. I thought it would completely cover, but unfortunately, we can still see some dark spots, and I had to go in for that third coat. The third coat does cover completely. Next up we have Essence Wild White Ways, and that name is just really weird to me. The brush on this one feels different than the brush on the Essence black nail polish did. The one on the black nail polish felt really thick and I absolutely hated it, but the one on this white one feels less thick, so it's not too bad. Maybe the brush in the black polish was just a wonky brush, I'm not sure, but as we can see, we're going in with a third coat because there was still streaks after that second coat. Next up, we have China Glaze's Summer Moon, and as usual, it's going to go on streaky on the first coat. It's a good formula though. I actually really like it. It feels really easy to use. And then as we're going to see right now on the second coat, it does build up pretty well. However, when I did my full hand swatch, I did need 3 coats for that. But here, painting just one nail, I only needed 2 coats. Next up, we have Lights Lacquer's Paper Snow. This one had a really good formula to work with. It was really easy. I mean, it pretty much glided on like butter. It was still streaky on that first coat, like I mentioned that they all would be, but it's not a bad formula. It was really close to being a 2-coater when I was doing my full hand swatch. On just the one nail, it is a 2-coater, so it just depends on your application. Next up, we have OPI's Alpine Snow, and the first swipe of this one felt like whiteout to me, but in a really good way. Like, this one is not a milky white. Look at that pure whiteness that we're seeing there. I really love this one, and this one was also a 2-coater for me. It was a 2-coater for me while filming this specific swatch, but I did need 3 for my full hand swatch. Next up, we have Sally Hansen Insta Dry, and this one is called White on Time. This one is streaky on the first coat, and it kind of bubbled up for me when I was doing my full hand swatch. No, it didn't really do it this time, but the first time that I used it, it definitely did. And once again, let me reiterate how much I absolutely hate the brush on these polishes. Please, Sally Hansen, give us a better brush. This is just ridiculous. Nobody's cuticle area is square. Next up, we have Sally Hansen's Extreme Wear White On. The black from this one was really, really good, so I was excited to see if the white was just as good. And look at that, you guys. It is so close to being a one-coater. I was so pumped. And again, this is the cheapest one out of all 13 that I'm swatching here. I did go in for that second coat because I felt like there was just a little bit of a dark spot there on my nail. But honestly, this one is perfection. It does dry down a little bit dull, so you will definitely need a glossy top coat. Next up, we have Sally Hansen's Get Mod from their Miracle Gel line. I hate this one. I really do. I mean, here you can see it's a streaky one. Again, the brush, I despise it, but it is a little bit better than the Insta Dry brush. It's very streaky still on the second coat, and I was feeling like this one wasn't going to cover completely in 3 coats, and I was right. You could still see some streaks, so I stopped here. I'm not going to do a 4th. Next up, we have Morgan Taylor's All White Now, and this was another one that had a really good black polish. This brand, Morgan Taylor, their black polish was almost a one-coater. It was excellent, so I had high hopes for this white one, but on the first coat, it's streaky, of course, but the formula is also pretty thin. I would say this is also more of a milky shade, and it was still very streaky on that second coat. The streaks unfortunately did not go away on that third coat completely, so I really can't recommend this one. This is not a good white. Next up, we have Nailtopia's So Fresh, So Clean. I hate that name. This one is very milky on the first coat, and in my notes, I wrote no, just no. This one just felt like it didn't want to glide on to my nail. Like I was struggling to get it to glide onto my nail. This one joins Sally Hansen's Miracle Gel Get Mod all the way at the bottom of this list of white polishes. It was still streaky after 3 coats, so it's a no from me. Next up, we have Hollow Taco's Not Milky White, and Christine wasn't lying once again. This is not a milky white. It's like a whiteout type of white. It is still streaky on that first coat. Unfortunately, she couldn't give us a 1-coat white, and I'm thinking that it's just never going to happen, guys. It's just the nature of white polishes, not going to happen, but this was a 3-coater for me in my full hand swatch, but on just the one nail right now, 2 coats was good enough. And last but not least, we have Orly's Pointe Blanche, and I changed the brush on this one. You're going to notice here that it's a wide flat brush. The original brush that came with it was extremely small, even skinnier than the Zoya skinny brush. So, I mean, that was just too crazy for me. So I had to switch them out. And the first coat is very milky, very sheer. On the second coat, it also still appears that way, and it was not fully opaque for me in 3 coats. And now it's time for me to pick some favorites. I think my number 1 favorite is Sally Hansen Extreme Wear White On. That one was so thick and it was almost a 1-coater. Next, I would have to go with the Hollow Taco Not Milky White. It's just a really good formula, and same with OPI's Alpine Snow. They have really good formulas. You may be able to get them in 2 coats, again, depending on your application. So if I'm recommending any whites, polishes, it would be one of those 3. And I would say that Essie's Blanc is also a really good one. So any one of those 4 is a great choice for white nail polish. There you have it, guys. Swatches of 13 different white nail polishes. Which one did you like better? Which one do you use that I maybe didn't include in this video? Please leave it all in the comments down below. I love to have conversations with you guys about, anything nails. It's a lot of fun to have the community of people around you that all like the same thing and don't make you feel crazy for having this obsession. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!